Hello guys, this is your friend and we are back with a new fanfic. Which is what if Naruto secretly fall in love with Anko in Chunin exam, part 1. And if you enjoy this fanfic then please press the like button and subscribe to my channel for more fanfic like this. And now let's start the fanfic. 7 Juin and 2 Anbu stand in the Hokage office looking at Hiruzen Sabutobi the Sandame, 3rd Shadow, Hokage who's also known as Professor. Today is a special day and no it isn't payday no, it's time for the Chunin exam time to show off the village's power and also to strengthen bonds. But mostly to show of how strong the village has become and out of all the hidden villages Konoha still ranks number 1, even though they don't have the Senju clan anymore and the Uchiha clan has been whipped out with only the Genin Sasuke Uchiha alive. The Hokage blows out smoke from his pipe he then stares at the Junin, as you all know Chunin exams are coming up. This is an important event, and as you know this year Chunin exam is taking place in the Forest of Death, said Hiruzen staring at the senseis of Team Guy, 7, 8, and 10 on the sideline. Iruka is standing next Hiruzen. The old Kage turn his head looking at a tall large man and woman. The large man is Ibiki. He has a large, imposing figure, which he complements with a rugged head and face covered with old wounds and scars. Ibiki's head is always covered by his forehead protector to conceal a collection of burn marks, punctures from where screws were used, and long slash marks. The scars are indicative of the physical torture he has endured in the past, and illustrates his capacity to endure pain without giving up the desired information to the enemy. As a child it was revealed that he had a short crop of silver hair. He wears a darker version of the standard uniform of the intelligence division, along with a black trench coat and gloves. Ibiki is a Tokubetsu Jonin of Konohagakure and the commanding officer of the Konoha torture and interrogation force. Next to Ibiki is Anko Mitarashi, is a Tokubetsu Juin of Konohagakure. Anko has light brown, pupil-less eyes. Her hair is violet and styled in a short, spiky, fan ponytail. She usually wears a fitted mesh bodysuit that covers her from her neck down to her thighs. Over this she typically wears a tan overcoat with a purple inseam and a pocket on each side, a dark orange mini skirt, a dark blue belt, and pale gray shin guards. In addition to the typical forehead protector, she also wears a small pendant that looks like a snake fang and a wristwatch. Hiruzen blows out smoke. Ibiki-san, you will be the proctor of the written portion of the test, said Hiruzen. Ibiki bows to his Kage. Hiruzen then turned his attention towards Anko. Now Anko-chan, you will be the proctor of the second portion of the Chunin exam. And please Anko-chan go easy on the genin, asked a worried look Hiruzen. Anko grins at Hiruzen giving the old man a toothy grin. No promises Hokage-sama, grinned Anko. Hiruzen massages the temple of his forehead. He then turned towards his 2 Anbu. Yamato has short brown hair and black, almond-shaped eyes. He wears the standard attire of the Anbu, a black, sleeveless jumper under a gray flak jacket with strapped-up shinobi sandals, arm-length gloves with guards over them. He carried a sword strapped to his back, and wore a mask that resembles a cat's face covered in green, and red intricate markings, and Anbu tattoo on his left shoulder. Yugao is a young woman with straight, purple hair reaching down to her waist, warm brown eyes, and a shade of red lipstick. As an Anbu member, Yugao wears a porcelain mask resembling a cat with 3 red stripes, 1 vertical stripe on the forehead and 2 horizontal stripes, 1 on each cheek. She also wears the standard Anbu uniform, consisting of black and gray armor, metal arm guards and a katana strapped to her back. She has the signature Anbu tattoo on her right shoulder. Tenzo, Neko, you 2 and your unit will be guarding me. Is that understood? Asked Hiruzen in a serious tone. Both Anbu nod their heads. Hiruzen then turned his head to Hayate Gecko. Hayate had short brown hair, dark-colored eyes and dark markings under his eyes. Even though he was a young man, he had pronounced lines under his eyes as well as an unexplained chronic cough that plagued him. He wore the standard Konoha shinobi outfit complete with a forehead protector that he wore as a bandana, flak jacket and regular shinobi sandals. He also carried a katana with a rectangular hand guard strapped over his back. Hayate-kun, you will be the proctor of the primarily around and final round, ordered Hiruzen. Hayate cough in his hand. Hayate bows his head. Cough, yes Hokage-sama. Cough, said Hayate as he bows to Hiruzen. The Sandaime turned Hishia towards to his son Asuma, Kakashi, Kurenai, and Might Guy. Asuma was a tall man, with brown eyes, olive skin, short black spiky hair, and a beard. His clothing consisted of the standard Konoha ninja uniform with the sleeves rolled up halfway, flak jacket, regular shinobi sandals and forehead protector. He also wore a sash that had the kanji for fire, Huo marked on it around his waist, a pair of black bangles, and bandages wrapped around the arms of his sleeves. Kakashi has spiky silver hair often oriented to his left side, dark gray eyes, and typically a relaxed, heavy-lidded expression. During the Third Shinobi World War, his left eye was damaged, leaving a vertical scar from the injury. The eye was shortly afterwards replaced with a Sharingan, which he covers with his forehead protector when he isn't using it. This, combined with the mask he has used to cover the lower half of his face for seemingly his entire life, prevents most of his face from being visible. Kakashi wears Konoha's standard infantry clothing: a flak jacket, dark blue pants, and a long-sleeve shirt. He also wears fingerless gloves with metal plates on the back of the gloves. Kurenai is a fair-skinned woman of slender build. She has long black untamed hair reaching her upper back, and very unique eyes that are red in color, with an additional ring in them. She wears makeup consisting of red lipstick and purple eyeshadow. Her regular outfit consists of red mesh armor blouse with only the right sleeve visible. Overall, this is very broad material which resembles bandages, and she wears the Konoha forehead protector and regular shinobi sandals. Guy has a shiny bowl-style haircut and remarkably thick eyebrows. He wears a green jumpsuit, orange striped leg warmers, and the standard Konoha flak jacket, which he normally leaves unzipped. His red forehead protector is worn around his waist like a bell. "Now do any of you believe your team is ready?" asked Hiruzen. Asuma with a cigarette in his mouth stepped forth. He then looks at his dad in a lazy tone. "I Asuma nominate Team 10 for Chunin exams, Hokage-sama," said Asuma. Hiruzen nods to his son. Kurenai glares at the cigarette or cancer sticks. The Genjutsu mistress steps forward. "I Kurenai nominate Team 8 for Chunin exams," said Kurenai as she bows to the elder Kage. Might Guy steps up with a large amount of enthusiasm, grinning at the old man. Giving a good guy smirk blinding everyone from the sparkle within Guy's teeth, "I the youthful green beast nominate Team 9 for Chunin exams, Hokage-sama," yelled Guy, giving the Hokage a good guy pose, leaving everyone to have a large sweat drop. If you look closely, you'll see the Kage Mountains with their own sweat drop. And finally Kakashi walks up lazily with his face buried in Ika Ika novel, giggling like a pervert. He looks up at Hiruzen and bows to him. "I Kakashi nominate Team 7 for Chunin exams," said Kakashi. He then quickly buries his head in the smut book. Hiruzen nods his head. Iruka looks towards Hiruzen, then to Asuma, Kakashi, and Kurenai. "I'm sorry for interrupting, but do you believe your genin are ready?" "I mean, they haven't been genin that long. Are you sure they are ready and prepared for the Chunin exams?" asked Iruka in a worried tone. It's not like he doubted their skills, but he was worried his former students would die in the forest and weren't ready for the next step, but he also felt some of them weren't ready to become Chunin. Kakashi waved him off lazily, paying the academy instructor no mind. "Iruka, you shouldn't worry yourself. Each of the genin were personally trained by us. We don't nominated them if we didn't believe they weren't ready," said Kakashi, not even looking up at Iruka. Iruka sighs, rubbing the back of his head. Hiruzen coughs in his hand. "Iruka-kun, while I'd admire your wariness, but Kakashi is right. If they didn't believe their students weren't ready, they wouldn't have nominated them," said Hiruzen. Iruka nods his head before bowing to Hiruzen. "I apologize for my outburst," said Iruka in an apologetic tone. Hiruzen just waves him off. He closes his eyes, smoking his pipe. "But I must agree with Iruka. I don't believe Team 7 is ready. From what I know, Sasuke refuses to work alongside Naruto-kun and Sakura. Naruto actually tries to work with both Sasuke and Sakura even though he knows they don't like him. I know Naruto-kun is ready, and Sakura, from what Naruto has told me, is completely useless and has no interest in being a shinobi, and her only interest is Sasuke Uchiha, who has shown no signs of even liking her. What if I see this to be true? Then I'll take away Sakura's ninja license. I can't have a weak shinobi in my village and a shinobi who isn't focused in the ninja arts. Kakashi, I'm disappointed in you. I thought you'd have the three of them ready for Chunin exams, but it seems like only Sasuke and Naruto are ready, and Sasuke is unstable shinobi. I know Kakashi is only training Sasuke to pay respect to Obito, but Obito Uchiha is dead, and he shouldn't be honoring Obito wishes but Minato's, damn it. Kakashi really needs to stop mopping around and being so late, damn it. After Minato's death, Kakashi had started lacking on his shinobi training and just spent his time reading Ika and hours on hours at a graveyard, thought Hiruzen. After the Chunin exam, he planned to do something about Team 7 and their sensei. You're all allowed to leave and good luck with the upcoming Chunin, said Hiruzen, waving off each of the Junin, left only leaving Anko and Hiruzen in the room. Hiruzen then smirks at Anko. So, Anko-chan, proud of Naruto-kun? From what I heard, he's gotten strong, said Hiruzen in teasing tone and a tone of a proud grandfather. Something happened that no one would thought would happen. Anko Mitarashi blushed, but of course if anyone would have pointed this out they would get a rusty kunai shoved up so deep in there, their own grandchildren will feel the pain of a rusty kunai shoved up there. Now most would wonder why a 24-year-old woman would blush over a 12-year-old. Well, Anko Mitarashi and Naruto Uzumaki are dating. They have been dating since Naruto was 10, but they officially met when Naruto was 8 and being chased by a mob of stupid citizens who can't tell the difference between a child and a being of mass chakra. Lucky for Naruto and unlucky for the mob. Anko Mitarashi isn't an idiot who didn't doubt the Yondaime's Fuinjutsu skills. So, she summoned her non-poisonous snakes and had them attack the citizen. After rescuing Naruto, she saw the look of hatred in the young boy's eyes. Afraid Naruto might turn out like her treasure sensei, she took the young blonde under wing. In making Naruto her first and only apprentice after teaching the young boy everything he needs to know. The two start becoming closer. For the blonde Uzumaki, he saw Anko as one of his precious people and one of the most gorgeous women he had ever seen. When Naruto said this caused Anko to blush at the comment and was surprised someone had called her gorgeous. This shocked the purple net cause no man has ever called her pretty. Hell, no man had called Anko gorgeous. Despite how the snake summoner of Konoha dresses, she's actually a virgin. No man wants to sleep with the snake whore, and his rumors of her sleeping with lots of men, those are just lies. And as for Anko, she found the young boy cute. After 6 months she didn't just believe Naruto to be just a cute little 8-year-old, no, she found Naruto Uzumaki attractive. She would have told herself she can't find Naruto, her student, attractive, and what will everyone think, if she actually gave a shit what anyone thinks. After 2 years she'd finally asked Naruto out. She still remembers he was 10 at the time and she was 22 at the time. She remembers the cute grin Naruto had that day. He honestly reminded her of a grinning fox. At the time she was nervous and embarrassed at the notion her a special Junin getting nervous to ask someone out who's a lot more younger. But Anko wanted to tackle the blonde, cuddle with him. After dating for 3 weeks she asked, well, demanded he moves into with her, which he full-heartedly agrees. After moving in with Anko she put the blonde on a healthy diet since he was malnourished due to the villagers overpricing everything and only selling rotten and expired food. So, after Anko left a few snakes in their shops she started making food for them since she knew he wouldn't actually eat a proper diet. Anko then grins Saint Hiruzen, of course I'm proud of Naruto-kun, I've taught him everything I know. And those Kage no Bunshin actually help his training, I've even been able to get him to learn 2 of his element affinities, said Anko in a proud tone. Happy with the process of his training, she had no doubt he was at low Chunin and had the Chunin mindset, which also helped him ready for the Chunin exams. Hiruzen nods his head, happy with the progress of his surrogate grandson. He also remembers Naruto taking on his grandson Konohamaru and 2 orphan Moegi and Udon. He was really happy with Naruto getting the arrogance out of the young Sabutobi. The aged Kage smiles at Anko. I've also heard Naruto profound in Kenjutsu, Fuinjutsu, Kayakujutsu, Kusarigamejutsu, and Bujutsu, is that correct? Asked Hiruzen. Anko just shrugged her shoulders before grinning like a cat at Hiruzen. You'll just have to find out yourself, said a grinning Anko. Hiruzen laughs, and to be honest with himself he would rather find out himself and see Naruto's skills. Ahaha, very well Anko-chan, you're free to go, said Hiruzen. Anko smirks at this. She the shunship out of the room, heading for her place to get ready for the Chunin exams. Hiruzen laughs at the eager Anko. Ahaha, she may be ages older than Naruto but she'll make him happy, thought Hiruzen. When arriving at her home, she lives in a 1-bedroom apartment, and while rumors said she lived in the Forest of Death were wrong, she actually lived in the Shinobi Center, living in 2-story house, with living room, bedroom, and kitchen. The walls of her house are tan in color. She has a king-size bed. She bookshelf filled with scrolls and various books. She has coat rack where she places her cloak. As she enters her house, she sees a blonde, spiky-haired kid reaching 160 centimeters tall, 5 feet 3. Anko smirks at seeing the blonde. She quietly sneaks behind him. She wraps her arms around his neck, catching the blonde-haired boy by surprise, but soon relaxes into the arms of Anko. He also felt her D-cup breast pressed against his back. He then rubs her face against his whiskered cheeks. This caused the blonde to purr. Anko grins at this. She then licks his cheeks, sending shivers down his back. "Miss me, Naruto-kun," whispered Anko in a seductive, lecherous tone, causing her young boyfriend to turn blood red. If Naruto could, he would have steam coming out of his ears. Naruto nods his head furiously. Anko snickered at this. She honestly loved teasing Naruto. He was just so cute and innocent, it was hard not to. "How's my Shota boy toy?" asked Anko with her hot breath hitting against Naruto's face. If Naruto could, he would probably blow up due to her teasing. "I'm fine, Anko-chan. Kakashi gave me this paper saying, if I wish to complete in the Chunin exams I have to feel this out," said a still nervous Naruto. Anko grins at this. She had already told her Naruto about the upcoming Chunin exam, and Blonde was excited at the chance of becoming a Chunin, mostly because he felt he was ready for the next step in his shinobi career. Also, he's tired of Sasuke "I'm better than you" attitude. If being arrogant as he wasn't worst, his ego has gone up since he activated the Sharingan, which annoyed him. He's also irritated with Sakura always yelling at him or trying to hit because she thinks he's trying to prove he's better or showing off. And Sakura inability to train herself, believing just because she's Kunoichi of the year and has book smart makes her believe she's better than him, which she wasn't since she's useless and they always have to rescue her because she refused to actually train, believing Sasuke would pay attention to her if she focused more on her looks than her being a capable ninja. And Kakashi, his second sensei, Naruto honestly doesn't respect him. How can he respect him when he hasn't trained or taught him anything? The only thing he taught him has tree walking, which he'd already knew. Kakashi has stated Sakura has good amount of chakra control and would be great in genjutsu, but he hasn't once seen Kakashi giving Sakura any pointer on genjutsu. He mostly pays attention to Sasuke. So, of course, Naruto wants to excel in the shinobi world and hopefully get off Team 7. He doubt that will happen, but you never know what happen. Anko grins at Naruto. She then opens her mouth, capturing Naruto's ear within her mouth. Naruto moans at feeling Anko's warm hot mouth on his ear. Naruto's moan turns Anko on. Wanting to hear more of her Shotokan boyfriend's moan, she licks around his earlobe, making Naruto to groan in pleasure. The purple net woman just had an idea to hear more of her blonde moaning voice. She then starts to suck and nibble of Naruto's hair, causing Naruto moan, but it came out more of a mixture between purr and growling. This turned the older woman on. She never thought the sound of a 12-year-old genin could possibly turn her on so much and make her so hot for him. She lets go of his ears and looking at her boyfriend's eyes, to her excitement and pleasure, she sees Naruto has a dazed yet loving look with her face burning red. Naruto is the student and boyfriend of Anko. He didn't just learn all he could from her but also learned the summoning jutsu, being the third person to be the summoner of the snakes, and surprisingly Manda has taken a liking towards Naruto. He even allowed Naruto to summon him without a sacrifice, but this mostly due to the white snake sage informing Manda Naruto is the child of prodigy, and with Naruto they can get rid of Orochimaru and become a respected clan like they once were. Naruto also gained his own familiar summon, a female Bitis Ariadans. His summon snake name is Mirayuki, Mirror Snow. The head has two well-marked dark blue bands, one on the crown and the other between the eyes. On the sides of the head, there are two oblique dark blue bands or bars that run from the eye to the supralabials. Below, the head is gray-white with scattered dark blotches. Iris color ranges from silver to gold blue. Dorsally, the ground color varies from straw blue to golden yellow to dark gray. This is overlaid with a pattern of 18 to 22 backwardly directed, dark blue to black bands that extend down the back and tail. Usually these bands are roughly chevron-shaped, but may be more U-shaped in some areas. They also form 2 to 6 light and dark cross bands on the tail. The belly is white, with a few scattered dark spots. Mirayuki is unique snake. While her poison is very lethal and dangerous, she has water release, Suiten, wind release, photon, poison release, Doku, and ice release, Hyoten. Mirayuki even learned how to combine both ice and poison releasing, creating a new Kekkei Genkai release known as Frost Venom Release, Shimodokuden. With Frost Venom Release she can create a combination of ice and poison. She can use the vapor of the ice temperature to either kill or paralyze her prey. She can even use a jutsu known as Murasakiro no Aim, Purple Rain, a long-range jutsu that covers a 20 miles radius of poisonous snow. With the combination of ice and poison makes this Kekkei Genkai all more powerful. It's especially dangerous when you can trap someone in an ice dome and poison. Naruto has spiky blonde hair, blue piercing eyes, 6 whiskered birthmark on each side of his face. Naruto is wearing a blue forehead protector. The cloth of the forehead protector is longer than a standard one. Naruto wears a black necklace. Attached to the necklace is a curved fang-like object similar to a snake's fang. The snake-like fang is emerald green. He wears a dark blue short-sleeve skin-tight jumpsuit. The jumpsuit has a blood attached to it. On the back of the jumpsuit is a red spiraling whirlpool. The hood and sleeves are black. Underneath the JU impsuit is a black versus neck shirt. Naruto has a tanto and tsurugi strapped to his back. The blade of his tanto is white in color. The guard of the small sword is black with red wrapping paper, and the pommel of the sword is gold. The blade of the tsurugi is dark gray. The cross guard of the sword is silver with a ruby gem in the middle. The handle is light gray blue, and the pommel of the sword is silver. Naruto is wearing dark blue fingerless gloves, black anbu-like pants. He has black wrapping paper around his legs, and black shinobi sandals. She smiles at herself being able to turn Naruto putty in her eyes and being the only woman gaining the look of love in his eyes. She then kisses Naruto on his whiskered cheek, causing the blonde to purr his purr even deeper when she gently licks his cheeks. She then grabs his swords, throwing the swords across the room. This caught Naruto off guard. He turned his head looking at Anko. Anko-chan, what the F? Anko grabs Naruto's face and smashes her luscious lips against his small lips. She then straddles Naruto's lap, causing both blonde and purple net to moan. Anko runs her womanly feminine hands through Naruto's hair. Naruto runs his arms down Anko's back, causing her to moan into the kiss. She licks his lips asking for access. Naruto opens his mouth allowing his girlfriend access. She full-heartedly probes Naruto's mouth, scraping her tongue against his teeth. Both couple then have a raging tongue battle with Anko winning, dominating his mouth. Not that he had a problem with it, since there are times when he wins at the tongue battle. Anko moans in excitement as Naruto runs his small hands over her thick body. This caused her to squirm and purr into his mouth, earning Naruto purr himself. Anko then wraps her tongue around Naruto, making him growl in her mouth. He then lowers his hands, grabbing a handful of her round plum. Anko made a loud squeak-like sound. She pulls away, looking in his eyes. She smiles seductively at Naruto. Someone is getting bold, said a grinning Anko. Naruto nods his head. True, but I also like hearing your beautiful voice, said Naruto. Anko blush at the comment. Naruto smiles widely at her. He then attacks her neck, nibbling and sucking on Anko, causing her to moan out loud. Naruto separates himself from her neck. He then stares into her brown daze-loving eyes. Anko grabs onto his face, staring into his blue eyes. Keep teaching me, Foxy-kun, whispered Anko. Naruto nods his head. Okay, Anko-chan. I love kissing you, Anko-chan, said Naruto as he caresses her cheeks with his hands. I missed you, Anko-chan, said Naruto. She smiles at the blonde boy. I know now, shut up and kiss me, Naruto-kun, my dear little boyfriend, said Anko in a sexy tone. Naruto nods his head and smashing his lips against her. Naruto now licks her lips, demanding for access. Anko opens her mouth and Naruto attacks her tongue with his own. Licking her tongue up and down, Anko moans at Naruto's intense tongue-licking skills. Naruto growls into her mouth as he twists his tongue, probing her mouth. Anko moans as he growls in her mouth. She closes her eyes, enjoying the taste of his lips, and surprisingly he tastes like a mixture of miso ramen and red bean soup. Fuck, I love the taste of his lips. The taste of red bean soup makes his lips make it so much great. God, I don't know what I will do without him in my life, thought Anko. Naruto is having similar thoughts as he groans at the feeling of Anko's longer tongue licking around his mouth. Naruto has a deep blush. He isn't surprised at the taste of Anko's lips. They taste like dango and vanilla. This woman is awesome. I don't know what I'll do without her. I love everything about this woman down to her very core. She's my most precious person, Dadbeo. Thought Naruto. He then growls again when Anko starts sucking on his tongue. Naruto shivers in pleasure at feeling her warm mouth sucking onto his tongue. Naruto runs his hands across her body. Anko grips onto Naruto's blonde locks tightly, bringing his small body closer to her feminine. Both pull away from each other, gasping for air. Both start panting heavily. Both couple has a bush across their faces and a dazed look with love in both of their eyes. Both purple net and blonde have a trail of saliva coming down from their mouth to chin. Naruto wipes the saliva away with his arm. Naruto then starts blushing in embarrassment as Anko licks the saliva off of her lip. Tasting. Teased Anko. She then gazes at Naruto, seeing the embarrassed look. Ah, is my Naruto-kun turned on? Teased Anko, looking at his face. Naruto turns his head, avoiding the teasing look of Anko. He then scoffs. Tisk, of course not, Anko-chan. Weren't you getting turned on when I start kissing you back? Teased Naruto. Anko gets off of Naruto's lap. She sits crossed-legged and looks down, finding the ground very interesting, avoiding the smug look of Naruto. Anko's face had a pink blush across her face. Naruto smirks at the fact he has a big influence on his kunoichi girlfriend. Naruto likes these moments when he can make the very proud and sometimes angry Anko blush like a teenager. He then coughs in his hand, getting Anko to look at him. So, Anko, if I pass the Chunin exam, do you think Oji-san, old man, will allow me to quit Team 7 Inches? Asked Naruto. He honestly surprised they are alive since their teamwork is horrible. He then lets out a small sigh. Anko massages her chin and goes to a thinking post. Yeah, I think Hokage-sama will allow you to quit. I mean, it's not the first time for someone to quit a team because on the team in unstable, but if you do quit, you'll probably just join another team. Or I can make you my official apprentice by becoming your sensei, which would make you my student, said Anko, shocking Naruto. Why you would do that? I mean, what kind of mission will be doing? Asked Naruto, who's shocked beyond belief. He knew she wasn't advising this just be closer to him, but for him to have more experience and to grow as a ninja. Deep down he knew if stayed on Team 7 he most likely wouldn't get any missions that will push him, since Team 7 is in front assault team, while being a front assault team is great, but the problem with being on Team 7 Kakashi is there's absolutely no teamwork or chemistry with them, and the chemistry with himself, Sasuke, and Sakura is non-existing. Anko crosses her arms, causing her D-cup breast to bounce and jiggle. If I did take on as an official sensei, we will be doing various types of missions like escort, assassination, assault, spy, and track, said Anko. Naruto nods his head but raises his eyebrow at the mention of assault missions. Anko-chan, why assault? If I do become your official student, what kind of assault missions will we be doing? Asked Naruto. He suspected the assaults missions he will be doing with Anko will be different, even though the only really big mission he had with Team 7 was the wave mission, but that didn't go so well when their first C-rank mission turned into an A-rank mission. Anko smirks at seeing his curious face. Well, Naruto-kun, we will do multiple types of assault missions. As you may not know, every assault mission is different and can't be treated the same way another assault mission. You may have an assault mission where you have to fight an A-rank ninja or a team of ninjas, but you must come with a plan to deal with these threats. The perfect way to take these A-rank ninjas will be to use a combination of Kage no Bunshin, a trap with exploding tags, and Kirigakur no Jutsu, hidden miss technique. With this combination, you'll not only be able to separate your opponents but also catch them by surprise with exploding tags, and your clones not only will they be blind but severely ignore, giving your clones a chance to finish the enemy off before they know. And another example is when facing a stronger opponent, you can use your clones to tiring the enemy out and use a paralyzing poison on him, leaving the enemy hopeless. Another great example is if you're facing someone powerful, you can use a chakra sealing fuinjutsu, sealing their chakra, said Anko. Naruto nods his head, understanding what type of missions he'll be doing with Anko, and if he had to be honest with himself, joining her own missions sounds way much better. Naruto then smirks at her. That does interesting, Anko-chan, having my stubborn, loud girlfriend as my sensei, teased Naruto, grinning at his girlfriend. Anko playfully pouts at him. She playfully slaps his arm. Naruto laughs at the pouting Anko. Mo, don't act like you don't want to see me while on missions, said Anko, pouting cutely at the blonde. Naruto just scoffs at her. He then tackles her, landing her chest. Well, I can't say I don't like the prospect of being on missions with my girlfriend. Said Naruto. He then leans in with his face 3 inches away from her. He then grins at her. Naruto then licks her nose, causing Anko to let out a giggle. She then pushes Naruto off of her before he can ask. She sits on his lap with her legs wrapped around him, giving Naruto a sweetly smile. Naruto smiles back at her before they can do anything. Both stomachs make themselves known, causing both to laugh. Well, let's eat, Anko-chan, said Naruto, grinning at his Chunin girlfriend. Anko nods her head, getting off of Naruto. She then sways her hips left and right, full well knowing Naruto is staring at her. She turns her head, grinning at Naruto. Come on, hurry up, Naru-kun, I'm hungry, ordered Anko. Naruto nods his head. After dinner, both Naruto and Anko are laying in her king-size bed. Naruto had discarded his ninja outfit and donned an orange tank top that has a red spiraling whirlpool and green boxers. Anko wears an oversized dark blue shirt and gray panties. As they both lay in bed, Anko snuggles up against Naruto, rubbing her cheek against him, causing him to purr. Anko then rolls Naruto on his back, having herself hovering over the blonde. She then gives him a caste kiss. Anko then kisses him all over his face. She then trails her tongue to his neck and jawline, causing Naruto to groan. Anko then kisses Naruto to his collarbone, to his lips. She stares into his ocean blue eyes. Naruto, you know I care about you, right? Said Anko in a serious tone. Naruto nods his head. I care about you too, Anko-chan, you're my most precious person, Dadbayo, said Naruto. This caused Anko to smile widely at Naruto. Good to know. I'll do anything for you, Naruto-kun. I'll even protect you from Orochi-tem if he ever comes after you, said Anko, narrowing her eyes in hate if her snake-like former sensei ever tried to go after her. Naruto nods his head. He understood her hatred for Orochimaru. Of course, Naruto hated Orochimaru for making his Anko suffered and for experimenting on innocent people. Yeah, I know. I'll do the same for you, Anko-chan. I won't let that fucking bastard hurt you, even though I'm not strong enough to fight him evenly. That won't stop me from protecting my Anko-chan, said Naruto with his voice laced with confidence and determination. Anko hearts pounds into her chest, hearing Naruto would fight her sensei even though he might lose or possibly die. But at the prospect of her blonde boyfriend dying makes her heart ache. She knew she likes Naruto and cares for him dearly, but she didn't know if she loved him. But she knew since they started dating she's been falling for him. She then smiles at Naruto. Please, Naru-kun, if Orochi-tem did come after me, we'll face him together, got it? I don't want you fighting that fucking bastard, demanded Anko. Naruto nods his head. Okay, I won't attack him unless you're with me or something forcing me to fight Orochi-pedo, said Naruto with a small smile. He then drops the smile, having a serious expression. But Anko-chan, when will we tell everyone about our relationship? I know they'll bitch and moan, but what about Ayame-chan and Hinata-chan? They think I'm single. Sooner or later one of them will ask me out, said Naruto. Anko growls in jealously at the mention of her love rival. She knew she had Naruto, but Ayame nor Hinata know that. You know I don't care what a bunch of stupid genins say or any of my friends, they can all kick rocks for all I care, said Anko. She then groans in annoyance when telling her best friend Kurenai she just know her red-eyed friend will have a huge bitch fit. But I don't feel like hearing Nai-chan bitch about how disgusting it is me dating someone 12 years younger than me. But you're right, we can't hide our relationship forever, said Anko. She then stares into Naruto eyes, narrowing her eyes. But there's no way in hell I'm letting that Hyuga or that Ichiraku take my Shota away from me. And I sure as hell ain't fucking sharing, yelled Anko. She then sneers at the possibility of sharing her Naru-kun. She isn't the sharing type, and she sure as hell won't start now. I won't let any bitch take you away from me, Shota-kun, said Anko, glaring at Naruto. Naruto nods his head nervously. He of course won't take any other girl as his girlfriend. While some men would die to have 3 girlfriends, not Naruto. He only wanted Anko and her alone. You know I won't leave you for any girl, Anko-chan, but I won't let any bastard take you away from me. If any man tries to take you away from me, I'll give him the most savagely beating of his pathetic life, then I'll shove an exploding tag in the bastard's mouth, said Naruto with a growl. Anko grasped his cheeks, staring deep in his eyes with their faces inches away from each other, with each feeling both hot. Breathe against their faces. You make me so hot, whispered Anko. She then captures his lips. Opening parenthesis, closing parenthesis. The next day Naruto leaves his house. He meets Sakura on the way. She waves at him. Hey Naruto, yelled Sakura. Naruto waves back. He keeps walking along the path heading towards the academy. Hey Naruto, why do you think Kakashi-sensei wants us to fill out these papers out? Asked Sakura, tilting her head in curiosity. Naruto, with his hands in his pocket, just glances at Sakura, not able to believe she asked him a stupid question. It's called Chunin exam. What the hell do you think is the flower picking contest? Thought Naruto, but he avoided saying his thoughts. I don't know, but must be important. After all, Kakashi wouldn't want us to meet at the academy if it wasn't important, lied Naruto. Sakura nods her head, agreeing with him. I suppose you're right, said Sakura. She then gains a deadpan look while seeing a square rock with eyes. Naruto eyes twitch at the horrible henge. He then massages the temple of his forehead. It seems I have to teach them how to properly henge or they'll get themselves killed with that horrible henge, thought Naruto. Naruto walks over to the square rock. He then pulls out his sheath tanto and smacks the rock 3 times. A large cloud envelopes the rock. Once the smoke clears up, Konohamaru, Udon, and Moegi holding their head in pain. Did you like our henge, boss? Asked a grinning Konohamaru. He then feels a sharp pain as someone slapped the back of his head. He looks up, seeing Naruto with his hand raised. Hey, what the hell was that for, boss? Yelled Konohamaru. Naruto gains a tick mark on the side of his face. That's for creating such a pathetic henge. Yelled Naruto as scolds the 3 inspiring ninjas. He massages the temple of his forehead. Each of the children look down in shame as they are scolded. Naruto then runs his hand through his blonde hair. So, what the hell are you guys doing here? Asked Naruto. Konohamaru has short spiky brown hair, black eyes, and a small chip in his tooth. He wears goggles just like Naruto did when he was an academy student. Konohamaru's clothing consists of gray shorts and a yellow shirt with a red Konoha symbol printed on it. Moegi has orange hair tied up, with red elastics, into 2 very large pigtails. She also has a perpetual blush. She wears a red tank top over a pink t-shirt layered at the bottom. Her pants are gray and she wears the traditional ninja sandals. Udon has short brown hair and dark eyes. He has characterized his circular glasses. While in the academy, he wore a simple blue shirt which zipped up the middle, a pair of brown pants, sandals and a pair of goggles. Moegi smiles widely. She then steps up in front of the 3, giving Naruto a cheesy grin. We wanted you to teach us some cool ninja tricks, boss. Asked Moegi. But before Naruto can answer her, Konohamaru stares at the pink net girl next to Naruto. Hey boss, is she your girlfriend? Asked Konohamaru, who's pointing at Sakura. Naruto narrows his eyes, gazing at Sakura. He then turns his attention back on Konohamaru. No, not even. I would never date her, said Naruto, who has a plain look, waving Konohamaru off. At his outburst, angered Sakura, believing she was the most prettiest girl in the academy, but before she can voice her opinion, Konohamaru snickers before having a wide smirk. Yeah, you're right, there's no way she can be your girlfriend, she's ugly, said Konohamaru. This angered Sakura, not taking being called ugly lightly. She gritted her teeth and raised her fist. Konohamaru, sensing the upcoming danger, does the smart thing and run away, with Sakura chasing right after him. Naruto sighs at the scene and mutters, annoying girl. He then turns his attention on Moegi and Udon. Moegi, Udon, grab onto me. We need to stop Konohamaru from getting in any deeper trouble, said Naruto. Both children nodded their heads, grabbing onto Naruto's leg. Naruto then performs a shunship to catch to them. When he catches up to Sakura and Konohamaru, he sees a teenage in a cat-like suit with war paint lifting Konohamaru, grinning at him. Next to makeup-wearing teenager, she tries to tell him to leave the kid alone. The makeup-wearing teen grins viciously at Konohamaru. Come on Tamari, this won't take long, said the makeup-wearing teen. The now confirmed Tamari looks uneasy, looking left and right. Come on Kankuro, just put the kid down before he catches you, said Tamari, trying to stop the now confirmed Kankuro to drop Konohamaru, who'd ran into him. Tamari has teal eyes and sandy blonde hair, which is gathered into 4 consecutive ponytails. Tamari's outfit consists of a single light purple-colored, off-the-shoulders garment that extended to halfway down her thighs, with a scarlet sash tied around her waist. In addition to incorporating fishnet worn over her shoulders and legs, specifically on her right calf and her left thigh, she also wore her black forehead protector around her neck. Kankuro wore a black, baggy, full-body suit with a red and yellow circle on the front. He also wears a black hood which covered his head completely, and had cat-like ears and his forehead protector on his forehead. His outfit derived from traditional bunraku puppeteer costumes. Bunraku puppeteers usually wear black outfits and hoods so as not to distract from their puppets. When he first made an appearance, Kankuro sported a triangular face paint design. He also wears gloves and carries his puppets on his back. Naruto release killer intent glaring at the two sand ninjas. I suggest you listen to your friend. That boy you're threatening to hit is the Hokage's grandson. Now I know before you join the Chunin exam you want to be eliminated for attacking a citizen, especially if that citizen is from the Sabutobi clan. But of course I can kill you in eliminating the competition. Threatened Naruto. He then raises his hand and extends two fingers pointing it at Kenkuru's head. Both Suna ninja noticing the blonde is channeling wind chakra into his arm. This caught Kenkuru off guard, not knowing the blonde is a wind user. He then grits his teeth in frustration, full well knowing he couldn't win against a wind user. Temari narrows her eyes at Naruto. He's cute, but to also have wind affinity is rare in Konoha. Thought Temari. She then bows her head to Naruto, hoping not to kill her brother. I'm very sorry of my brother's action, said Temari. She then looks over to Kenkuru. Hurry and drop him, Baka. Whispered Temari. Kenkuru drops Konohamaru. Konohamaru runs over to Naruto, hiding behind his leg. Naruto lowers his arm, canceling the wind chakra. Uchiha, you and the other person glaring at me can come out now, said Naruto. Sasuke drops down, giving his HMH sound while the redhead person drops down. This caught everyone by surprise, but especially caught Sasuke by surprise since he didn't sense the redhead. This also caused the self-proclaimed prodigy to seethe in jealously at not being able to sense the redhead when Naruto, who he believes is a loser. Gaara has fair skin, green eyes, and short red hair. He has no distinctive pupils or eyebrow. He's had tanuki-like black rings around his eyes. Gaara has the kanji for love, eye on the left side of his forehead. Gaara wears a black bodysuit with an open neck, t-shirt-like sleeves, and almost full-length leggings. With this, he wears a white cloth over his right shoulder and the left side of his hips. He has a wide leather band from his left shoulder to his right hip with which he carries his sand gourd and around which he wraps his forehead protector. G. Gaara! Exclaimed Kankuro, staring in shock with his widened eyes focus on the confirmed Gaara. Gaara glares coldly at Kankuro. Kankuro, shut up, you're a disgrace to our village. He then turned his attention to Naruto, glaring at him, but Naruto doesn't back down, glaring at him with both releasing killer intent. Behind Naruto is an after-imagine of an orange snarling fox, and behind Gaara is an red snarling raccoon dog. What's your name? Asked Gaara, looking towards Naruto. Naruto crosses his arms, staring into the redhead's eyes. He's a Jinchuriki Kyuubi. Do you know which one? Asked Naruto. Kyuubi growls. That must be that idiot Shikaku. Naruto, watch out for he's a dangerous one. He seems like the only person that give you a challenge, said Kyuubi, informing his Jinchuriki. Naruto mentally nods his head. My name is Naruto Uzumaki, and yours? Asked Naruto. Gaara stares into Naruto's eyes. He then narrow his eyes. My name is Gaara of the Sand. I look forward into killing you, said Gaara in a cold, dark tone. Naruto just gives a half smirk. I can't wait, Gaara. I look forward to fighting you, said Naruto. Hey, wait a minute, what are you Suna ninjas doing here in Konoha? Exclaimed Sakura. She then backs away as Gaara glares at her, causing Sakura to shrink back. Sasuke then steps forward. Wait, don't you want yo know my name? Asked Sasuke arrogantly, having a smug like believing Gaara would want to know who he is. Gaara just glared at him. No, said Gaara. He then goes off, leaving the Konoha ninjas behind. Kankuru, Temari, let's go, ordered Gaara. Both sand ninja and hurried up. Naruto smirks at the sand ninjas. This Chunin exam might exactly be fun, said Naruto. He then waves off Konohamaru, Udo, and Moegi. He turned his head, seeing neither Sasuke or Sakura following him. Naruto then groans in annoyance. Sakura, Uchiha Tem, hurry the fuck up, growled Naruto, not even paying attention to either their glares at the back of his head. Why should he? He's used to the villagers glaring at him. Dope, you don't, ordered an Uchiha yelled, glaring at Naruto. Who the hell do you think you ordering, Sasuke-kun and Ayubaka? Yelled Sakura, but to her frustration Naruto ignores them both. He then sighs. Damn, those two are so annoying, thought Naruto. Once they make it to the academy they see their sensei Kakashi giving them an eye smile. I'm glad you three came, said Kakashi. Naruto just stares at Kakashi while Sakura and Sasuke look confused. What do you mean, Kakashi-sensei? Asked Sakura. It means that if one of you chose to not precipitate in the Chunin exam, none of you will be able to take the Chunin exam, said Kakashi upon seeing their shocked face. Besides Naruto, since Naruto figured this out, the reason I didn't tell you was so none of you felt force. Now, just head upstairs, you're one next closer to excelling in rank, said Kakashi. He then shunship away. Well, that's go, we aren't going to become Chunin when standing around, said Naruto going upstairs. Both Sakura and Sasuke follow behind them. As Team 7 enters the room, they see two Chunin stopping a girl with twin Chinese buns, a Hyuga, and a kid wearing a green tracksuit with possibly the thickest brushes eyebrows ever. Sasuke and Sakura can't help themselves but to stare the Genin's eyebrows while Naruto turns his head, seeing a boy with shiny black hair, round eyes with prominent lower eyelashes, and very thick eyebrows. His hair is now in a bowl cut style. He wears a green jumpsuit, orange leg warmers, and a red forehead protector worn as a belt. He has bandages around his forearms up to his fingers, covering a set of stitches on his hands that were caused by his rigorous training. Next to the boy is another boy who's obviously a Hyuga, who has fair skin and long black hair, which the anime usually depicted as dark brown. When his Byakugan was not active, he has featureless white eyes. The anime gave them a slight lavender tint. He wears a khaki shirt, a dull blue shirt beneath that, and mesh armor beneath that. He wore dark brown shorts, blue shinobi sandals, and wrapped bandages around his right arm, chest, and right leg. He tied his hair back in a loose ponytail tied a few inches above the end. He wore a black forehead protector, under which was a smaller headband with two straps that frame the sides of his face, both of which hide his Hyuga main family's Juinjutsu. Next to them is a girl. She has black hair and gray eyes, both of which are depicted as dark brown in the anime. She wears her hair in two Chinese-style buns on her head with short fringe bangs framing her face. She wears a pink sleeveless kipao-style blouse with red sleeve trimmings and yellow fastening buttons and dark green pants. A pouch is adjusted to her thigh, and her forehead protector and sandals are both blue. Naruto narrows his eyes at the team, mostly at Neji and Lee. No doubt the one in the jumpsuit is trained by Might Guy, and from what I've heard, Might Guy is one of the physical strongest people who don't use chakra to increase his own strength. This might be interesting, thought Naruto. Naruto continues walking, ignoring the young Kunoichi about letting her team up. But sadly his teammate choose to do something stupid. Hey, drop this genjutsu and let us past, yelled Sasuke with his Sharingan activated. Sakura nods her head, agreeing with Sasuke. Naruto sighs to himself. Come on Naruto, calm down, don't make a bigger scene and have a bigger target on you. This is the time to finally stop holding back, thought Naruto with a tick mark. He then turns toward his teammates. Uchiha, Haruno, hurry up, said Naruto. He then walks toward, ignoring the glare Sakura and Sasuke is shooting at them. Naruto remembered when Anko had taught him genjutsu and how to break it, which she literally beat each lesson in his head. Flashback. 5 years ago. A 7-year-old sits crossed-legged in front of Anko while Naruto would be excited to learn something new from his crush sensei. So what we gonna learn today? Some new jutsus, how to learn rescue princesses, or to shoot fire out of their eyes, yelled an excited Naruto. Anko then smacks Naruto on top of his head with a chop. Naruto yells in pain at feeling the snake summoner karate chop the top of his head. Naruto looks up Anko with his bright blue eyes. Ow, that hurt, Anko-sensei, yelled Naruto. Anko then smacks him on the back of the head, causing Naruto to fall on the ground, landing face first. I thought I told you Gaki, stop fucking yelling. I'm right in front of you, goddammit, glared Anko, narrowing her brown eyes at his blue eyes. Seeing him nod, she continues to tell her student about what they will learn. Okay Gaki, today we are gonna learn genjutsu, said Anko. Naruto raised his eyebrow at her. What's genjutsu again? Asked Naruto with his head tilted, making the blonde look like a curious fox. Anko sighs at this. She didn't know why, but she accepted him to say something like this since, like most children in the academy, he wanted to know how to blow shit up. Anko then massages the temple of her forehead. She can almost see a headache coming. She then looks down to her student. Alright Gaki, genjutsu is created when a ninja controls the chakra flow of a target's cerebral nervous system, thereby affecting their 5 senses. This is frequently used to create false images and/or trick the body into believing it has experienced physical pain. Genjutsu can also be used to manipulate others, similar to brainwashing, by feeding the victim elusive suggestions. Most genjutsu is performed visually, requiring the target make eye contact with the caster. Other methods include integration with nature transformation, as shown with water and lightning release, and ingesting special pills that activate when the target sleeps. Audible genjutsu is deemed the most dangerous because the user can trap victims from long distances. Despite its usefulness, genjutsu is rarely employed, most shinobi preferring the real, tangible effects of ninjutsu and taijutsu over the imagined effects of genjutsu. The difficulty of performing genjutsu in the first place presents an additional barrier to its use. Genjutsu require precise chakra control in order to manipulate the target's senses and advanced intelligence to make the illusion convincing, prerequisites that even those who are a skilled ninja. Some, however, are able to specialize in genjutsu, like my best friend Kurenai Yuhi being regarded as one of Konoha's experts in the field and members of the Uchiha clan being particularly feared because of their Sharingan's generic genjutsu. Those under the influence of genjutsu will either appear to be unconscious or continue to move around under the pretense of the genjutsu. The latter is very effective in battle as a genjutsu user can make themselves appear to be somewhere else and attack the victim from behind or change the environment to make the victim see a flat plain where there is a steep cliff. But sadly for someone like you, Naruto will never be able to learn it due to your level of intelligence and you have way too much chakra, and as I said, you need a good chakra control and you just don't have that control, said Anko in a lecture tone. Naruto gains a tick mark on his head at someone insulting his intelligence. He may not be the smartest person in the academy, but he didn't like people insulting his intelligence sensei or friend. Naruto glares up at Anko. Are you saying I'm too stupid to create genjutsu? Yelled Naruto sadly, for our blonde he has yet learned not to be a loudmouth brat, which had him smack down on the floor with a large anime lump on the head with steam coming out from his head. Anko with her fist raised glares at Naruto with a giant tick mark on the side of the head. You hit me, that hurt Anko-sensei, said Naruto. He almost yelled again, but the hardened glare from Anko and her raising her hand stop him. She smiles at this. Good, he's finally learning something, thought Anko. Anko then looks towards Naruto. Do you even know why I hit you? Asked Anko. Naruto shook his head negatively. Anko sighs at this. She then looks into his eyes. The reason why I hit you isn't because you're annoying or an idiot, if that's what you're thinking. I hit you because being as loud as you are isn't necessary, especially when you're in front of someone. Why don't you try not yelling? And Naruto, I know you're only loud to gain attention, but you're going about it the wrong way. If you truly wish to gain someone's attention, don't be so loud, just try to be yourself without the yelling, and I'm trying to get that obnoxious out of you and turn you into a true shinobi. And if you really want the recognition of the people of the village, show them you aren't some annoying kid, instead show them that you are Naruto Uzumaki, shinobi of Konoha, said Anko looking down at the blonde's widened eyes. After a minute or two she continues with her lecture. While you might not be able to learn how to cast genjutsu, I can teach you how to break them. I can even teach you how to break strong genjutsu from someone like Itachi Uchiha, grinned Anko. Flashback end. Back with the other team, the bowl cut boy is staring at Team 7, or more specifically Sasuke and Naruto. The Hyuga looks towards Lee. Come on or we will be late, said the Hyuga, trying to get his teammate's attention. Lee looks towards his teammate. Don't worry Neji, I just need to check something, said Lee, walking away from his team. The bun-haired girl sighs at her friend. He's going to do something stupid, isn't he, Neji-kun? Asked Chinese-inspired Kunoichi. Neji sighs. Tenten, let's go. As for Lee, it is merely his fate, said Neji, walking away with a sighing, Tenten following behind Neji, grumbling about her fate-obsessed teammate. With the Chunin. In another room, each of Genin each watched each of their students pass the first test with pride. Well, they were disappointed at Kakashi's student for blurting out the first stage of the Chunin exam. Asuma grins with his little cigarette in his mouth. Well, it seems like your team has finally made it, huh? Asked Asuma as he smirks at his Chunin collage, while Kurenai glares at his cigarette. Kakashi gives Asuma a lazy eye smile. Yeah, it seems so, Asuma, this Chunin exam, said Kakashi in a lazy tone. Asuma nods with Kakashi. That may be true, but your student Sasuke had ruined the first part of the test for people who aren't even ready for Chunin exam, said Kurenai in a stern tone. Kakashi rubs the back of his head nervously. Sasuke just has rough edges, said a nervous Kakashi. Asuma snickered at former Anbu member. Ahaha, I'll say. But what about the blonde one Naruto Uzumaki? I heard he used to be a loudmouth, so what happened to him to change him? I mean, he seems different. I accepted him to start yelling or something, asked Asuma, blowing smoke from his mouth. Kakashi sighs at the mention. When he first became the sensei of Naruto Uzumaki, Sasuke Uchiha, and Sakura Haruno, he had accepted Naruto to be a loudmouth knucklehead, but when he first met his team, Naruto had just told him. Flashback. Naruto narrowed his eyes at the Chunin in front of him. He'd remember Anko telling him Kakashi was lazy, but what Anko didn't tell him was that his new sensei is incredibly late and possibly the worst liar in the whole world. He had honestly never heard of any told him such a stupid lie. He even wondered how this Chunin is even a Chunin with being extremely late. He wouldn't be surprised if he missed his own funeral. Kakashi feels uncomfortable at the glare from the blonde-haired genin. Are you sure you're a Chunin? Asked Naruto with his voice laced with suspicion. Kakashi blinks his soul eye at not accepting the response from the blonde Jinchuriki. Of all things, he was accepting the blonde to yell, liar, just like the pink-haired Kunoichi. Of course I am. Why do you ask? Said Kakashi, looking towards Naruto. Simple, because you are extremely late and I thought a Chunin like yourself wouldn't make your students wait, said Naruto with his arms crossed, glaring at Kakashi. Kakashi rubbed the back of his head nervously, not sure how to respond. After all this, Naruto Uzumaki hasn't won. He accepted, but I already told you why I was late, said Kakashi. Naruto's glare intensified, almost reminding Kakashi of his blonde blue-eyed sensei. I don't care about your pathetic attempts to lie to us. If you aren't even capable of being on team to meet us, then how can we accept you to be on time for mission? I mean, if you truly wanted to train us, then at least meet us at the correct time. If not, then why are you here? I got important things to do, and one of them isn't waiting hours on ends for a late sensei like yourself. Now let me make myself clear. I don't care why you're so late and don't want to hear it. All I accept from you is to train us and make it so each of our own ambitions can be achieved. Got it, Hatake sensei, said Naruto. Flashback end. Kurenai also looked interest from what she heard from Kiba. Naruto was an idiot and dead last, but from Hinata she'd heard he was very smart and skilled, and her quiet student Shino stated Naruto has improved over the years. So it was actually hard to decide who was right. She had heard the blonde Jinchuriki had been trained by her best friend Anko Mitarashi. When Anko told her that she was afraid she'll turn him into dango-loving person like Anko, but she just didn't know which was true about their Jinchuriki. She turned her head towards Kakashi. I'm also curious. I've heard so many things about your student Kakashi, said Kurenai, staring into his black eye with her own red eyes. Kakashi sighs at this. The subject of Naruto Uzumaki was also a difficult. He knew the blonde didn't respect him since he stopped calling him sensei within the second week. While Naruto wasn't a brooding boy obsessed with vengeance, and thankfully he wasn't a fanboy. The best he could say about Naruto was a person who wished to be Hokage and was serious about being a shinobi. Naruto is unique in his own way, said Kakashi, not sure how to explain Naruto's attitude. They then heard snickering. They turn around, seeing Anko Mitarashi laughing. Anko-chan, you were his first sensei. Can you tell us how he changed exactly? Asked Kurenai, looking at her best friend. Nope, what's the fun in that? Laughed Anko, causing each Chunin to sigh in disappointment. With Team 7, they had just met Rock Lee, who's a dead last and whose dream is to prove with hard work one can become splendid ninja. He had also attempted to ask Sakura on a date but turned him down because she finds him weird. He then asks Sasuke to fight him and wishes to prove himself by fighting Sasuke Uchiha, but Naruto places his hand on Lee's shoulder. I have heard of you are also a dead last. Naruto Uzumaki is the correct? Asked Lee, looking at Lee. Naruto growls at the mention of dead last. He never understood what's the purpose for dead last, Kunoichi of the year, or Shinobi of the year. He found all those titles completely useless in the field of being a shinobi. He also found the idea of prodigies stupid. All he saw it as another stupid title. Yes, under the academy records, but as you can see, I'm here and I have to admit, as enjoyable as seeing you fight Uchiha, don't you think it would be better than fighting in front of a bunch of people? And I'm sure both of our senseis wouldn't be proud of us fighting before we even entered the Chunin exam, don't you think? Said Naruto. He then smirks at Lee, ignoring the thankful expression of Sakura and Sasuke's usually stoic face. And besides, Lee, I'm sure your teammates are waiting for you, stated Naruto. Lee bows his head in embarrassment. He understood what Naruto was saying is true. No matter how much he wanted to test himself against Sasuke Uchiha or the blonde in front of him who has caught his attention. I understand Naruto-kun and I apologize for my unyouthfulness. Said Lee raises his head and looks towards Sasuke. I am sorry Sasuke-san, no matter how much I wish to fight you I now understand that it is not the time for us to fight Sasuke. I will be leaving my teammates Neji and Tenten are waiting for me. Said Lee Jutsu as he gets ready to leave Team 7. A huge cloud explodes once it clears. An older who wears exactly what Lee wears and the Chunin vest. The man is standing on a red turtle. The man appears to be in a weird stance. This man is Might Guy Sensei of Rock Lee, Neji Hyuga, and Tenten. Holy shit, look at his eyebrows. Exclaimed Sakura, but Sasuke and Naruto ignore her but couldn't help but to agree seeing he has even thicker eyebrows. The Chunin ignores her and grins at Lee. Lee, have just witnessed your talk with this youthful genin and I'm proud at what he said. I see Kakashi's hypness has transferred into him. Said the Chunin, grinning at the four children. Sakura and Sasuke looked shocked at finding out the strange Chunin in front of them. Wait, you know Kakashi-sensei? Asked a surprised Sakura. Might Guy nods his head and grins down at her. Why, of course I know of Kakashi after we are eternal rival with Kakashi having 50 wins while I had 49 wins. I can. The three of you are quite the splendid youthful ninjas, but it's time for us to go. Students of Kakashi, I wish you well in the Chunin exam. Grinned Guy, shooting each of genin with his famous or in some cases infamous good guy pose. They were then blinded by the sparkle within his teeth. He and Lee then shunshin away, leaving deadpan Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura not exactly sure how a man so energetic could be rivals with their lazy sensei. It also didn't help that the man was overly excited. Each of the children had a large sweatshop. Sakura then looks between her teammates. So, I guess we should move on, don't you think, Sasuke-kun? Naruto asked Sakura. Both boys nods their head. They walk into the last door. They are meet with genin from all over the nation, but Team 7 is then hit with a small amount of killer intent. Naruto sighs at this. This is nothing compared to what Anko and Kyuubi made me handle. Then again, these are a bunch of genin, and comparing their killer intent to even a low-level Chunin isn't even fair. Isn't actually really fair, but still this. Thought Naruto. He looks around seeing the Suna team and Team Guy's team. Just as he was about to search for any more threats, he sees a blonde and purple object flew right past him, slamming into Sasuke. Naruto ignores what slam into Sasuke, already knowing who slammed into the Uchiha Ino Yamanaka. Naruto then decides to do the smart thing and don't involve himself with the childish banter between his teammates Sakura and Ino. Naruto could even feel the glare that's sent his way. Do they even notice the attention they are sending us? I swear I don't even know how these two are even alive. Thought Naruto with a sweat drop at the scene of the two fighting over the Uchiha. The lazy shinobi Shikamaru walks up to Naruto, gives loud sigh. I see you're still troublesome as usual. Said Shikamaru. Naruto snickers at Shikamaru. Out all the people at the academy, he truly enjoyed Shikamaru's friendship, mostly because he never called him dope, loser, dead last, and it also helped that unlike everyone who avoided him like the plague, Shikamaru, Choji, and Shino, he wasn't friends with Kiba due to him finding Kiba horribly annoying and with an ego almost as large as Sasuke. Shikamaru isn't just one of his first friends but his best friend. Naruto then turns towards Shikamaru. Hey, Shikamaru, I'm not as nearly as troublesome as Haruno or Yamanaka. Grinned Naruto. Shikamaru just shrugged his shoulders. I can tell this is going to be a drag. Sighed Shikamaru, rubbing the back of his head. The two then hear chomping. They turn their heads, seeing Choji eating chips. Come on Shikamaru, don't be like that. Said Choji. He then turns towards Naruto. Hey Naruto, how you doing? Asked Choji, looking at the blonde genin. Naruto just shrugged his shoulders. Good, just make sure you two don't. Yahoo, it looks like everyone here. Yelled Kiba. Naruto then gained a deadpanned expression. Draw attention to yourselves like Kiba had just did. Said Naruto. He then narrows his eyes, looking around, seeing everyone glaring at them. Both Shikamaru and Choji follow his eyes, seeing they are being glared at. So Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, and the White Shino walk away from the group, hoping to draw the attention away from themselves. Hello Naruto, it is good to see you my friend. Said Shino in a cold neutral tone. Naruto smirked at Shino. Hey Shino, nice to see you. Have you infused your own element nature with your bugs? Asked Naruto. Shino nods his head. Naruto smirks at this. Kiba all the Konoha genin turns his head looking at Naruto, Shikamaru, Choji, and Shino while the other genin wondering why they are standing far away from them. Hinata blushes at Naruto. Why are you guys over there? Yelled Kiba drawing even more attention towards them. We are here why because Kiba you have drawn too much attention to ourselves, said Shino finding the insect on his finger more interesting than his loud teammate. Just before Kiba can tell again a man with onyx eyes and ash gray hair, which he normally keeps in a ponytail. His most consistent feature are his black-rimmed circular glasses, given to him by Nono. He wears a dark purple shirt with a high collar, a white undershirt, and dark purple pants with a white cloth waistband. He wears also dark purple fingerless gloves with armored plates on the back of the hand and a blue forehead protector. Walks up to him. What your friend means is you're drawing too much attention to yourselves. This is obviously your first one while this is everyone else's second or third time and being as loud as you are isn't good. Said the man. The genin look around seeing everyone glaring at them. Ino turns towards Kabuto. HWY who the hell are you? Demanded Ino. Kabuto waves his hand in front of him. Hey, no need to be alarmed, my name is Kabuto, I'm on your side. As you see there's people from almost every nation except for Kumo and Iwa, but these exams are extremely difficult, I myself had to retake them. Said Kabuto. Naruto narrows his eyes at him. He smells like snakes and there's only a few people who actually smell like snakes, Anko, Orochimaru, and myself. What do you think, Kyuubi? Asked Naruto. The Biju opened its crimson eyes growling. This boy does smell like snake. He also smells of death and decay. I also sense he's hiding something. Be wary of him, Naruto. He may be an enemy and ally of that bastard Orochimaru. Said Kyuubi. Naruto nods his head. Yeah, I can tell he's way much stronger than he appears. I must inform a Chunin or Chunin, but not here. Said Naruto through his mental link. Kyuubi nods his head agreeing with Naruto. Sakura then looks towards Kabuto. How many times have you retook them? Asked Sakura, wishing to know how hard these tests are exactly. Kabuto then smiles at the bubblegum-haired child. I have took these exams 8 times. Said Kabuto, shocking everyone except Naruto, who doesn't trust this Kabuto person. He can almost sense the fall chakra from him. Kiba laughs at this. Wow, you must suck. Exclaimed Kiba. Kabuto ignores the Inazaka. He then pulls out some cards. These are ninja info cards. I have collected data around the nation. I just pour some chakra and it allows me to view anyone. Said Kabuto, giving the genin a charming smile. Is there anyone you wish to learn about? Asked Kabuto. Naruto and Kyuubi their eyes at this. Collecting data on each of the nation shouldn't be possible for a genin since no village will allow that. Glares Naruto. The large Biju growls at this. You're right, Naruto, it seems like Kabuto is a spy for someone. Said Kyuubi, warning his jailer of Kabuto. Sasuke steps up. Rock Lee, Gaara of the Sand, and Naruto Uzumaki. Said Sasuke. Kabuto gives a pout. You even know their names? Let's see. Rock Lee is his year's dead last. His teammates are Tenten and Neji Hyuga, who was his year's prodigy. His sensei is Might Guy. It seems like he's unable to do ninjutsu and genjutsu, and Lee has completed official 38 missions in total. 25 D rank. 10 before he can finish reading off the card. Each of his cards were torn to ribbons and he has 3 slashes across his face. He looks seeing Naruto with his hand raised. Naruto glares at Kabuto and Sasuke. Wind release. Whirling sparrow beak. Photon. Uzumaki Tori, if you truly wish to test yourself against someone, don't try to find about their secrets. Besides, those cards would be useless seeing as they don't tell you how strong a person is. Besides, you had yourself a target with saying you have cards with other people's information on them. Said Naruto, lowering his hand. He then walks over to the wall, leaning against it. Everyone sighs at this while others wondering what Naruto just did. The Sand siblings were surprised except Gaara, who just wanted to kill Naruto even more than he originally did. That Konoha genin just used wind jutsu without even a hand sign. Thought a shocked Tamari. Kankuro narrows his eyes at the blonde. Damn, he's more stronger than I thought. I'll have to watch out for this Gaki. I might have to use Crow. Thought Kankuro, narrowing his brown eyes. Kabuto then coughs in his hand. Anyways, there are a lot of people from different villages like Suna, Kiri, Aim, and even the newest village Oto, but no one knows much about it since it's fairly new. They don't even know who the leader is. Before he could say anything, Ibiki steps in the room glaring at everyone. I'm Ibiki, your protector and your worst fucking nightmare. If make any trouble, I'll fail your asses right before you little bitches can even say sage. Now follow me, you shit stains, and it's time to weed out the weak of you idiots. Yelled Ibiki. They follow the Chunin in a room full with desk as everyone sits down. Now the second portion in the Chunin exam is a written test. Yelled Ibiki, shocking everyone. What the hell, we have to do a writer test? That's fucking bullshit. Roared Kiba in anger. Ibiki glares at Kiba, sending killer intent to the dog-like child. Shut the fuck, you are all, send that little chew toy with you back to the academy. Ordered Ibiki with a hardened glare, making Kiba and Akamaru shiver in fright. Kankuro shook his head negatively at Kiba. Stupid kid, going to get himself killed. But I still need to watch out for that blonde Konohagakure genin, thought Kankuro with a narrowed expression. He then turned towards Naruto, who has a stoic expression. Gaara looks at Sasuke, then to Neji, and finally Naruto. The Suna genin glares at Naruto. I will prove my existence with your blood, thought Gaara in a dark tone void of any real emotion. Sakura looks at Naruto with a worried expression, mostly due to accepting him to freak out like everyone else in the room, but he's only sitting still with an unreadable expression, and she has never seen him sit still once. But Sakura doesn't pay attention to her teammates since she's always gawking at Sasuke. Lee stares at Naruto with flames in his eyes. To sit still and be calm while everyone freaks out is truly youthful. I hope I fight you, Naruto Uzumaki, thought Lee with a large mouth of excitement. Tenten, who appears to be sitting a few feet away from her green spandex comrade. Tenten shook her head negatively at Lee's excitement. How are you this hyper, Lee? The test hasn't even started and he's already on his youthful rant, said Tenten with a sigh. Shikamaru serves his future opponents. He sees a lot of people enraged at Ibiki except for Gaara, Neji, Sasuke, and Naruto. Even with his mass intelligence, he still didn't understand the certain change with the knucklehead blonde. I don't understand. Just yesterday you were an idiot, but now you're serious. This just doesn't add up, thought Shikamaru in confusion. Kabuto narrows his eyes at the blonde. It seems like Naruto was hiding his true self. Oh well, it matters not. You are no threat to Orochimaru-sama or myself. Soon Orochimaru-sama will have a new body and no one will be able to stop him, not even that fool of a Kage, thought Kabuto in darkness. All right, in on the board, but questions will not be allowed, so listen carefully. There are many important rules to this first test. The first rule, you guys will all start off with 10 points. The test is made up of 10 questions and each one is worth a point, but the test uses a subtraction system. Basically, if you answer all the questions correctly, you keep your 10 points. But say if you miss 3 questions, you lose 3 points and will have 7, said Ibiki as he finished writing on the board. The young snake summoner narrows his eyes at Ibiki. I see what you're doing. This might be interesting, thought Naruto with a hidden smirk. The second rule, this is a team test. Whether you pass or not will be determined by the combined score of your teammates. So, each team will compete to see how many points they van hold on to from the initial team of total of 30, stated a stoic Ibiki, causing Sakura then slams her head on the desk. Wait a second, I don't understand this initial points system either, but why is it a team test? Questioned Sakura. Ibiki glares at the pink net. Shut the fuck up. You don't have the right to question me. There is a reason for this. Be quiet and listen. Okay, and now the most important rule. The third rule is that during the exam, anyone caught by the testing officers doing sneaky activates, namely cheating, will have 2 points subtracted for every offense. So there will be some who will lose all their points during the exam and be asked to leave, said Ibiki. Naruto just stares at the Chunin with a blank expression. With this it'll make passing the hard even if you aren't caught cheating, thought Naruto. He then senses negative emotion from Kabuto. I must be careful and warn Hokage-sama, thought Naruto. Katetsu then smirks at the inspiring Chunin. We'll have our eyes on you guys, said Katetsu with a smug grin. The large Chunin then begins to grins at Ibiki, realize that the pathetic ones that get caught cheating will be destroying themselves. Add shinobis trying to achieve the level of Chunin, be proud ninjas. Those that lose all their initial points during the test and those that lose all their initial points during the test and those that don't answer any questions correctly, will be failed with their 2 teammates, said Ibiki, shocking everyone. Great, I can feel negative emotions coming from Haruno and Uchiha Tisk, at least I don't have to downgrade my intelligence anymore. But for now I need the two to pass on to the next stage. Don't worry Naruto, soon you won't have to deal with these idiots and you can finally quit this pathetic excuse of a team, thought Naruto. Okay. The exam will last 1 hour. Begin, yelled Ibiki. Everyone begins their test, but most of them are shocked at how difficult the questions are except for intelligent people. Naruto smirks at the paper. There's no way any of us van answer these questions except for Haruno, Shikamaru, and Kabuto. Even with the studying Anko-chan crammed in my head, there's no way I can answer these questions. But these questions aren't Genin level questions now, they're Chunin. It's obvious no normal Genin can answer these questions, but of course this must be an information gather test, so the only way to truly chest is not to get caught, thought Naruto. He then looks around and notices people have begun to see the true purpose of the test. I may not have a dojutsu like Uchiha or Hinata or the mass intelligence like Haruno, but I have Fuinjutsu, thought Naruto. A small viper comes from his sleeve. He then shunshin the snake to the ceiling. Sealing technique. Awakening of cursed eye Fuinjutsu. Norawareta me no Mezume, thought Naruto. His once blue eyes turned into a green-yellow serpent-like eyes, and all I have to do is copy the answers from Haruno, thought Naruto. Hinata turns towards Naruto and is shocked at the change of his eyes. Hinata knew Naruto has no dojutsu, while the serpent eyes are off-putting. The heiress of the Hyuga clan is glad Naruto found a way to answer the questions. I'll do my best, thought Hinata. A rare minutes of the test, the genin are being picked out, but for the ones that are smart and clever, they didn't have to worry about anything except for their teammate to pass the test. Number 102, stand up. You fail, declared a Chunin. No. Damn it, groaned a Konoha genin. Number 23, you failed, said a Chunin. No, yelled a genin. A Chunin proceeds to drag the genin out. 43 and 27. You fail, said a Chunin. Kabuto narrows his eyes. That's 13 teams that have failed, thought Kabuto. A genin from Sunagaku rises from his seat. Do you have to prove that I cheated 5 times? Are you guys watching? All the genin is then pinned to the wall by a Chunin who has his forehead protector around his face. Listen, among Chunins we are the elite that were assembled to watch over this exam. We haven't missed anything you've done. You could say that this strength is our proof, said the Chunin with a dark smile on his face. While this is going on, Ibiki can be seen watching Gaara and Naruto. What's those kids up to? Very impressive. Both are completely calm during all of this. I heard that blonde kid is some loud, idiotic, knucklehead, but it seems like those were rumors. This kid has been calm since the test started, thought Ibiki. Okay. We will now start the 10th question. Now, before we get to it, I'd like to go over the added rules for this question. I'll now explain. These are the rules of desperation, said Ibiki. With the Junin, Kakashi, Anko, Kurenai, and Asuma can be seen sitting around enjoying the free time they have. Well, it sure is boring without any team. The missions will have to wait, stated Kakashi. Anko releases a chuckle. Don't worry Cyclops, you'll be busy soon, said Anko with a cheeky grin. Kakashi raises his eyebrow at the dango-loving woman. Why is that? Asked Kakashi. Anko just grinned, causing the three to sigh. I heard that examiner for the first test is Morino Ibiki, said Asuma. Not that sadist, said Kakashi with a sigh. Kurenai shot Kakashi a confused expression. Sadist, repeated Kurenai, and the wide grin from Anko didn't help. Anko takes a sip from her bottle of sake. Nai-chan, you're a new Junin, so you don't know, trailed Anko. Anko-chan, who is he? Asked Kurenai. He's a pro, my dear Nai-chan, stated Anko with a grin. A pro? Of what? Asked Kurenai in curiosity. Anko grins widely, making her seem like a predator. Torture and integration, said Anko. The snake summoner then goes back to drinking her alcohol. Unknown to her fellow Junin, she gains a serious expression. But not even you will break my Shotokan-kun will. Naruto-kun won't let anyone stop him. I can't till I show that Hyuga and ramen girl Naruto-kun is mine, and Anko doesn't care what's hers, thought Anko with glee. Chunin exam. Ibiki narrows his eyes at the genin. First, for this 10th question, you must decide whether you will take it or not, said Ibiki. What the hell does he mean by that? Choose whether to take it, thought Naruto in suspicion as he stares at Ibiki. Tamari glares daggers at the Junin. Choose. What happens if we choose not to? Roared Tamari in anger. Ibiki eyes become stone cold. If you choose not to, your points will be reduced to 0, you fail. Along with your 2 teammates. Said Ibiki in a cold tone. Few of the genin glare daggers and yell at Ibiki, not even minding his death glare. If you chose to take it, and answer incorrectly, that person will lose the right to take the Chunin selection exam again, roared Ibiki. What kind of stupid rule is that? There are guys here who have taken the exam before, yelled Kiba in rage. You guys were unlucky. This year it's my rules. But I am giving you a new way out. Those that aren't confident can choose not to take it, and try again next year. Now let's begin. The 10th question. Those that do not wish to take it, raise your hand once your number is confirmed. Leave. Said Ibiki. One by one genins began to forfeit, causing Naruto to narrow his eyes in annoyance. Naruto then begins to raise his hand, but he quickly punches the desk, leaving cracks. He then glares heatedly at Ibiki. I won't let anyone get in my way from advancing, not you, my comrades, are the Hokage. I'll become the next Hokage no matter, and I've come too far to stop. No, you bastard. No one is going to stop me. Yeah. No, roared Naruto in declaration. Ibiki stares down at Naruto with his cold stone eyes. I'll ask you again. Your life is riding on this decision. This is your last chance to quit, said Ibiki. Naruto's icy blue eyes met Ibiki. I follow my own path. That's my ninja way, said Naruto in a cold tone. There's no doubt this kid is trained by Anko. He has the same cold look she gets when she's serious about something. 78 left, more than I expected. Stretching this any longer won't make any difference, thought Ibiki. Good decisions. Now to everyone still remaining. I congratulate you on passing the first test, said Ibiki, leaving everyone dumbfounded. Wait. What do you mean? We already pass. What about the womanhood? 10th question, asked Sakura. Ibiki shifts from cold expression to a grinning one. There never was such a thing. Or you could say that those 2 choices were the 10th question, grinned Ibiki. What the hell? Then what were the first 9 questions for? They were pointless then, roared Ino. The large Chunin shook his head negatively. They were not pointless, they had already served their intended purpose. That purpose? To test your individual information gathering ability, said Ibiki with a smile. The platinum blonde eyebrow begins to twitch. He's suddenly changed personalities, thought Ino with a sweat drop. Information gathering, said Tenten with a puzzled expression. Success on this test is based on the whole team doing well first, as the rules explained mess things up for their teammates. This put pressure on each member not to, but the questions on this test were not the types a mere genin could answer. Because of that, I'm sure most of the people came to the same conclusion, that to score points, I'll have to cheat, said Ibiki. So, I was right to pass the test. We had to cheat, thought Naruto as he listens to people talking how hard it was finding out. As cheating targets, we had 2 or so Chunis who came you all the answers mixed into the crowd. To help you guys out. But those that cheat poorly, fail, of course, said Ibiki. He then removes his bandana forehead protector, revealing his scared bald head. He then gives them a cold stare, because, at times, information is more important than life. And on missions in the battlefield, people risk their lives to get their hands on it, said Ibiki. Naruto narrows his eyes at Ibiki. Those burns, screw holes, and scars are the affect of torture, thought Naruto. Ibiki then puts his forehead protector back on. If the enemy or third party notices you, there is no guarantee the info will be accurate. I want you to remember this. Important information in your hands can be a powerful weapon for your comrades and for the village. So we had you gather information through cheating. The clearly separated those that did not have the right abilities, said Ibiki with a closed smile. Tamari Saya, but, I don't understand the final test, said Tamari. But, question 10, is the true purpose of the test, stated Ibiki. Tenten looks at Ibiki with a giant sweat drop. What do you mean? Asked Tenten. Ibiki chuckles to himself. Let me explain. The 10th question, the take it or not take it decision. Obviously these were painful choices. Those who choose the later fail along with teammates. Those who choose to take it could lose have the chance to take the test again, a true lead of faith. Now about these 2 choices. Say you guys become Chunins, your mission is to steal a secret document. The amount of ninjas their abilities, etc. is unknown to you. And of course there could be traps set all around you. Now do you accept, or not accept? Because you don't want to die, because you don't want your comrades hurt, can you avoid the dangerous mission? The answer is no, said Ibiki. His expression then becomes cold as ice as he stares down at the genin. No matter what the danger, there are missions you can't avoid. The ability to be courageous and survive any hardship. This is the ability needed to become a Chunin captain. Those who choose to take it, answer the tough 10th question correctly. You will be able to survive any troubles you face in the future. You made it through the entrance. The first test of the Chunin selection exam is now finished. I wish you guys luck, said Ibiki, but before any of them can even cheer in happiness, something crashes through the glass. Naruto smirks. You always did love making a big entrance, thought Naruto as he watched Anko come out from the banter. Anko glares daggers at the Chunin. She then gives Naruto a true smile filled with love. She then turns back to everyone. All right, brats. This is no time to be celebration. I am the examiner for the second test. Mitarashi Anko. Now let's go. Follow me, yelled Anko. Bad timing, stated Ibiki. Causing Anko to blush in embarrassment, she then turned towards Ibiki. 78. Ibiki, you left 26 teams. The test was too easy this time, barked Anko. This time, there are a lot of outstanding ones, chuckled Ibiki. Bah, that's fine, I'll at least cut them in half in the second test. Ah, I'm getting excited. I'll explain everything once we're changed places. Follow me, said Anko. All the genin follow after Anko. As Ibiki picks up the papers, he reads Naruto's. Check the back. Ibiki turns the paper over. Ibiki, that Kabuto guy smells like snakes. Not only that, he's suppressing too much chakra for a genin. Ibiki narrows his eyes. I must inform Hokage-sama, said Ibiki. With Anko, the genin are standing in front of the gates of the Forest of Death. The pupillanet smirks at them. Welcome to the stage for the second test, practice area 44. Also known as the Forest of Death, said Anko. She then turned towards Naruto. Ask Naruto-kun, he knows how dangerous it is, said Anko, shocking the genin of Konoha that Naruto had been here. Naruto-kun, muttered Hinata. Sasuke stares at Naruto with a shock expression. What, he's been here before? Thought Sasuke in shock. Sakura stares at Naruto with a shocked expression. Why would he go to this place? Thought Sakura as she stares at the stoic Uzumaki. Anko then walks up to Naruto and stares at him. She grins at him, causing everyone what's up with the examiner. Anko lifts Naruto up in the air, but instead of harming Naruto like everyone accepted, she smashed her lips against his own. Anko moans into the kiss. Naruto wraps his arms around her waist, causing Anko to moan into the kiss. She then puts him back on the ground, leaving Naruto with a dazed look. Anko turns towards the genin and grins at them, but more so at Hinata. He's mine, said Anko. What? Said a shocked Sakura. Kiba looks at the scene with shock. Exclaimed the dog using shinobi. Hell, roared Ino in disbelief. Hinata then lose her balance, but thankfully Ino caught the female Hyuga. Kiba then points his finger at Anko in an accusing manner. What the hell is going on? Why the hell did you kiss that dope? Yelled Kiba. Anko pulls out a kunai and throws it at Kiba. The Inuzuka is left shocked as his ear begins to bleed. The purple net then gives him a deadly glare. Feel with an icy look. It's not nice to point in. Naru-kun here is my Shota boyfriend. That won't be a problem, right? Asked Anko. Kiba viciously shook his head negatively. No, not at all, escaped Kiba in a frightened tone. Anko grins at him. That's good to hear. If there was, I would have string you up by your balls. Now before we start the second test, there's something I have to pass out. You must sign these agreement forms. There will be death in this one, and if I don't have you sign these, it will be my responsibility. Hee, chuckled Anko as she has papers in her hand. I'm going to explain the second test, then you can sign it afterwards. And then each team will check in at that booth behind me. Okay, I will now explain the second test. Simply put, you will attempt the ultimate survival first. I'll explain the area in which it will take place. Around practice arena number 44 are 44 locked gates. Forest, river, and a tower in the center. From the gates to the tower is about 10 kilometers. During the survival in here, you will be asked to complete a certain task using your many weapons and jutsu. you will complete in a scroll battle, no rules, said Anko in a dark tone. Scroll, repeated a female genin from Kusagaker. Anko nods her head. Yes, you will fight over these two scrolls, the heaven and earth. There are 78 people here, meaning 28 teams half, 13 will get the heaven scroll and the other 13 teams will each get the earth scroll. To pass this test, your team must make it to the tower, with both scrolls. But there's a time limit. This second test will last 120 hours, exactly 5 days, stated Anko, grinning like a maniac. 5 days, yelled a shocked Ino. What about dinner? Roared a frightened Choji. Naruto scoffed at Choji. Tisk, why am I not surprised? Thought Naruto with annoyance. You're on your own, the forest is filled of food. Just watch out for man-eating beasts, poisonous insects, poisonous plants, and 13 teams passing is not likely. As the days go on, the distance to the goal will become farther. And the time to rest will become shorter. And the area is crawling with enemies. You won't get much sleep, so, not only will some fail by losing the scroll, but some will die from the harshness of the course. Now I'll talk about what will disqualify you. First, those that don't make it to the tower, with both scrolls, within the time limit. Second, those who lose a teammate or those who have a teammate killed. As a rule, there is no quitting in the middle, you will be in the forest for 5 days. And one more rule, you must not look inside the scroll until you make it to the tower, explained Anko in her usual tone. The blonde Uzumaki narrows his eyes at Anko. I take it if we do open the scroll it won't be any good, right? Asked Naruto. Anko nods her head. That's right, Naruto-kun, it would be a pity if someone lose something they are attached to anyways. A Chunin will be asked to handle classified information. This is to test your trustworthiness. That's it for explanations. Exchange the 3 forms for your scroll. Then choose a gate to get ready for the start. A final word of advice. Don't die, said Anko with declaration, but it was more to Naruto. It's about time to exchange for the scrolls, said a Chunin. Naruto gazes at the hut with calculating eyes as he watches Gaara's team enters. This way no one knows who has which scroll. Not only is everyone an enemy, but it's basically a race against time to get the right scroll and to get to the tower. It's time for me to stop holding back no more. Naruto the knucklehead ninja, no. I'm Naruto of the snake, thought Naruto with conviction as he grips his Tsurugi. Flashback 2 years ago. At training ground 19, Mirayuki stares at Naruto, who has a questionable look on his face. This training ground is also known as Waterfall of Battle, Batoru no Taki. It was a personal training ground created by the late Nodime homage Tobarama Senju. Naruto then begins to rub the back of his neck in a nervous manner, not even bothered by the dark to teal snake slit eyes staring into his own blue eyes that shine bright as the ocean on a beautiful night. Mirayuki-chan, can you repeat that? I think I heard you wrong, asked Naruto in a dumbfounded tone. Mirayuki shook her head negatively at Naruto. No, you heard me correctly. Manda-sama has something for you, Naruto-kun. I was ordered to inform you, said Mirayuki in a polite tone. Naruto still couldn't believe what he's hearing from the Blue Viper. Sure, he had earned Manda's respect, but he honestly didn't think the snake boss would give him something. The thought of Manda even giving him Q gift just sounded strange and off-putting. Okay, so will Manda-sama come here or will I be going to Ruchi Cave? Asked Naruto. Mirayuki flicks its tongue out. We will be going to Ruchi Cave, Naruto-kun, said Mirayuki before Naruto can say anything. He's enveloped by a large smoke. The blonde finds himself surrounded by a large CL grass area and snake statues before he can marvel at the sights. Manda is front of them. The two then bows towards him. I've brought Naruto-kun here just as you requested, said Mirayuki. Manda nods his head. He turns towards Naruto. I'm pretty sure why you want to know why I brought you here. I have a gift for you, said Manda. A puff explodes in front of Naruto. In front of him is a Tsurugi. But why give me this, Manda-sama? I'm not ungrateful, but why give this to me? Asked Naruto. Manda stares at him with a blank expression. Because you are worthy, unlike Orochimaru, who has tainted the name of the snakes, said Manda. Naruto smiles at this and grabs the sword. Don't worry, Manda-sama, I won't fail you. I'll bring respect back to the Snake Clan, Dadbao, yelled Naruto with conviction. Flashback end. The 30-minute timer goes off. The second test of the Chunin exam now begins. roared Anko. Each team rushes through their respected gate. Naruto turned towards Sakura and Sasuke and gives them a hardened glare. From here you two will do what I say if you wish to survive this place, said Naruto in a stoic tone. Sakura glares at Naruto. Why should we do what you say, Baka? Sasuke-kun is the leader when Kakashi-sensei isn't here, said Sakura in a loud tone, nearly yelling. Naruto's eyes shifts to her. He then backhands slap her in the face, causing her to hit the ground hard. With your deluded obsession over the Uchiha, you seem to forget that Anko said I've been here before, stated Naruto in a tone of confidence. Sasuke glares at Naruto. I still don't see why we should listen to you done while I'm an elite, stated Sasuke in arrogance, at which Naruto snarls at. The blonde then raises an eyebrow at him. Oh really, you know there is a team heading in our direction already, said Naruto with a mock tone. This had left the Uchiha shocked. Wait. What? Exclaimed Sasuke. Naruto then begins to walk away, not even glancing at his shocked teammates. I'm a censor type. Now let's move, said Naruto as he begins to run through the forest. Sasuke and Sakura follows after Naruto. And what are we doing running away? Snarled Sasuke. Naruto ignores the insult, which wasn't really that difficult since he's been ignoring every insult his classmates have ever made.